Good evening, guys, and welcome back to Bearcast Islander, Season 11. Here we have Fellowship of the Ping versus Healthy Harolds. We have seen Healthy Harolds versus Wasteman's team last week, with Wasteman's team being wallet inspectors coming out on top. Here I am with Wasteman himself. Say hi.
Hello, Freaky. Unfortunately, Jake was unable to make the cast tonight, so we have the wonderful, illustrious Freaky filling in for him. And it's looking to be a pretty good game. We're playing Steel and Product here, Week 4 Highlander. How do you think it's going to go, Freaky?
Well, it seems like they're playing product first, Koth. So I do feel like that that the Fellowship the Ping will have, I would say, have maybe 1 or 2 rounds against their name, but however, Boo's team, Healthy Harolds, is going to come out on top. That is my prediction. What about
That's
you?
your prediction. Well, I think that Healthy Harold have very strong DM, but I don't know if their coordination is necessarily going to be as great, given that they're a friend team. So I'm thinking it could be pretty even overall, but I'm thinking it would probably ultimately favour Healthy Harold, particularly on product.
Definitely.
So we'll have a look at the rosters.
Yes, definitely.
So who do we have on Scout?
On Scout, we have Mr. Ano and Mr. Hungary. Now, Hungary, both Scouts here actually play sixes, so they do have skill under their belt here. However, Ano here is a Prem Scout, while Hungary is an Inter Scout. So we'll definitely see something happen between on the flanks here, or combo, or with the Ubers actually. What do you... Yeah, go with the soldiers now, Wasteman?
Yeah, so soldiers we have Davarit versus Bread. Bread obviously being a, pretty good sixes player.
Definitely.
But Davarit also being quite strong. And so I think, again, just looking at the flank, it probably is going to favour Healthy. Bread is murking, obviously, for Healthy Harold. They usually have Cobra on core, but he is playing Demo tonight
But it's
in
also
the
a scout.
absence of Gus.
Definitely.
And they also have Omar subbing in on Heavy because Ether is not here. And for Bakes' team, Fellowship of the Ping, we have Ole on Demo tonight.
Let's talk about the demos actually. Actually, sorry, let's talk about the pyros. Rainy and Bloomy.
So Raina and Bloomy, I think is reasonably even. I think that obviously Raina doesn't kind of usually play pyro outside of like a Highlander context, and so I think that Bloomy's relatively new, but I think he's got quite a lot of experience under his kind of belt in terms of pyro there. But I think ultimately, like a big challenge for Raina tonight, and we'll see how this plays out, is playing against Choco Milk, who's quite a good spy.
Very much. I am keen to see Bloomy coming up from second place from last season main. However, I do think that these two teams were in main last time and were in the grand finals. However, Healthy Harolds last season has won main.
They've got quite a rivalry between them, with the team that is now Healthy Harold ultimately winning main last season coming first, and the team that is now Fellowship of the Ping getting second, like, unfortunately for them. So, I think this will be quite an interesting game because these teams, Fellowship of the Ping is currently coming 5th, and Healthy Harold are coming 8th. And so this game really seems like it's going to have an impact on potentially who will end up making finals, with both of these teams kind of being in competition to maybe end up in 4th at the end of the season. I think looking at the rest of the kind of class v class matchups, it's mostly looking reasonably even. I mean, I think Bakes is probably quite a bit of a better engineer than Quirt. He just plays it more consistently. And so I think where we're going to see the kind of impact on that is looking at something like Steel. But I think on product, it's, for engineer, it's pretty straightforward. It's quite kind of DM heavy.
Definitely. For me personally, I'm actually interested in the combo and sniper on both of these maps. However, sniper not really being a necessary option to look at for Steel, which is the second map. But would be kind of funny and kind of interesting if they would run Huntsman or the Classic on Steel, having that
Yeah.
mobility.
I think personally the players for me that I'm going to be watching tonight are probably Smazza on Healthy Harold and Choco Milk on Fellowship of the Ping, because I think they've got quite a lot of impact in terms of getting very clutch kills at good moments. I'll be interested to see how that plays.
Definitely. Yeah, the combo does seem pretty good on both teams, but Cobra is a Prem demo, however, Ole is very experienced as a demo itself and on Highlander, so
Yeah.
we'll like to see
So
how.
we're playing product first, and product obviously is a Highlander staple. And so on this, the flank's going to be very important. But it's going to be interesting to kind of see these two maps tonight, obviously, because Steel and Product are such different maps in terms of how they play and what they need from a team. And I think potentially a team that's able to kind of brute force DM their way through Product might find themselves challenged a little bit on Steel with the rotations and the kind of more like, coordination that the map requires.
Definitely. Okay, it seems like we're already here. Teams have
I think the teams are looking to ready up soon.
definitely. Seeing all these pre-game frags here. Very interesting. But I'd love to see both medics do have a good healing rate here, so I'd love to see if on Dave the Fellowship of the Ping bombs in, does some damage. I'd love to see how the medics do after that with the healing rate of other teammates.
Well, from a medic, I play a lot of medic, and I think from my perspective, I think that Kai and Boo are reasonably even in terms of how they play. Kai's obviously a little bit less experienced, so that might come into it in terms of just how Steel and Product goes. But I think it's pretty even. And
Definitely.
so, as we're looking to start, I'm thinking that Healthy Harold will probably be able to eke Product out.
Definitely. Now, the game is just starting. I'd like to see the two demos. Who's first to mid here and does some damage. Let's find out. So Ole is
Ole's
first
going to
to
be
mid.
first in mid. And so he's looking to kind of lock out that main area where a lot of Healthy Harold are playing. Cobra's unlucky to go down pretty quickly to Phantasm there.
Looks like everything is just starting off. Phantasm looks to be on cliff here. Getting the heavy as well. Blue seems to be on the retreat here.
Yeah, Blue being down a couple of combo players and their flank and sniper means that it's just going to go straight away to Fellowship of the Ping.
Cobra looking to push from Porch here. Is all alone here. Could be picked off by Phantasm on Rock here.
The Ubers are reasonably even at the moment, but it doesn't really look like they're going into trade or anything anytime soon.
Cobra's still on his own at main. Oh, is backed up by the rest of the team. So we're looking for a push here. Cappy does go down.
That is bait. Phantasm's down as well. But with the death of Blue, that's probably going to halt the blue team push with the drop there.
It's unlucky by blue team. Red team looking maybe for some traps, maybe some extra frags. Dave does bomb in.
Dave
does
get Mazza as well.
Boo was up in.
Red down both of their flank, but they still have full Uberad, so it doesn't look like Blue's going to be able to push heaps off of this. Probably just looking for some decent picks here.
Definitely.
So they kind of slowly edge, maybe force an Uber. Red's bombing in here.
The red heavy.
Red's disrupting quite a lot playing on China, spamming some rockets down on Kai, and that collects Phantasm as well. And it's looking like Red is taking an Uber out straight onto Blue.
Definitely Rainy on Red Cliff. It does have control of point, which is very good positioning by his part.
Red's maintaining the control, but unfortunately it's at the cost of their Uberad, with Boo currently on 90%, looking to probably take something in here and see if she can get the point.
No demo inside here. I think Boo is going to get forced by Dave, is behind house looking to bomb.
Milk's going in, but unfortunately doesn't get anything.
Dave
and Ole collectively lead to a second Boo drop, which is looking really disastrous for Blue.
Definitely. Dave and Ole with that pinch tactic there definitely did some damage to the combo.
Red are just completely fording here, they're dominating.
Blue team just got spawners here. We're looking for a last push here with 55 seconds on red team left.
Yeah, this is probably looking like there's only one Uber left in it for Blue. Kai's on 90%, Boo's on 25. I think Blue are going to need a miracle or something in this round. At least, like, you know, a force or something coming up.
They are all behind Rock here. I think blue team should either bomb with the soldier.
Quite a lot of spam playing behind Rock with their demo man.
Smaz is in pocket, looking at the combo here. Could see a pick from both.
Goes down again.
Ooh.
This is looking quite good for Blue here. Oh, they're down their demo.
Blue has a sniper ad here.
Down there. It's unfortunate. Smaz is on like no health, eh? You know.
Smaz backing out.
Blue are going to have to go for something now with 10 seconds to go.
Blue team is trying to push from right side of point here.
The Ubers are even here, so it's looking like there's going to be a trade coming out.
Definitely good use by Red Medic Kai on point here, but Boo has Uber and has counter Ubers.
Yeah, flashing her demo and her pyro here. And pushing out Red completely. With Kai going down there, it looks like Blue are probably going to be able to get the point.
Blue has point control here, red team on the retreat.
Completely fucking wiping, oh, I'm not supposed to say fuck, sorry. They're completely wiping red team, but
Definitely. Blue sniper Samaza on boxes here, looking at bottom cliff. Could get the demo here.
Blue team. This is looking quite good.
However, Hungry on the flank is shut down by
uphill battle for them to hold it, because if red cap once, then Blue have lost this.
I'm looking at Phantasm's cam. He has eyes on Cobra here. Looking for that peak, that poor demo pick here. Very important.
Getting a lot of spam playing behind Rock there, and she'll go down to it, unfortunately. It's a really terrible position for her to be playing in, because she's eating quite a lot of damage, and at the cost of not much.
Phantasm does get over
the issue with how blue team are playing.
Definitely.
Red team takes that first round, blue team barely getting a minute.
See who's
just faster to roll out. Looks like Ole's got it again. But he's taking quite a lot of damage.
Definitely. See Dave bomb in here behind house here. Looking for some damage later. Dave is shooting down on combo and Dave does get through.
The first to go. That's really
however, soldier in as well. Does get the demo here. Does get Ole. However, Smaz is looking for some picks here on the cliff rock.
You know, 80% ad or something for red team here. Even down 3 players, it's still pretty good for them. Blue will get the point, but I think red should be able to pretty easily take this back.
Definitely. Phantasm and Smazza.
Red going for the bomb here, but unfortunately just gets cleaned up by Hungry. He's playing on that China area.
However, Kai does have...
He looks to be going for a pick as well.
Phantasm peeking on Cobra here. This is unfortunately.
Cappy's dropping down, but he gets caught out by Bloomy. That's going to lead to nowhere. Even though they're down all of their flank, I think Red will probably be able to take this pretty easily.
Red still has Uber here, but Kai is forced on
Kai
point.
Is forced, but Boo goes down to Phantasm, so it's ultimately kind of fine.
Definitely, if I was Ole in this situation, I'll be placing traps down in front of Porch, maybe in pocket, to get some good damage here. We have Phantasm on point here, looking left, looking at Cobra here on Porch.
To get a good angle here, and I think he'll be able to find something with it.
However, Smazza backing up Cobra here, but Phantasm does get Cobra.
Cobra goes down.
Smazza does get Phantasm with that SE.
Phantasm's down as well. Red are down both of their pick classes and their engineer, but Blue are down 2 combo. I think they're looking to try and kind of force their way onto the point. The Ubers aren't that bad in terms of disad, really. It's 20 or something, so it's not too kind of bad for blue team here. And it looks like they're just going to try and
soldier on
stand
deck.
their well and they can just get it.
They're
hitting the cap and they're going to get it.
Dave does get a 2k with Invisible Cappy and the blue soldier. Unlucky by both counterparts.
Red have Uber right now. Boo looking to back out here probably just before she gets it.
Dave doing damage, but does get shut down by the blue scout.
The Uber's evens here, and so it looks like... Yeah, no, with Ole coming up now, I think Red will probably be looking to take something.
Definitely, blue team is Boo is looking to push with demo, has been used, looking pocket
And the
play
great
actually.
move comes out from blue team.
However, blue
We're
heavy
trying to
looking
come
for a
back.
post here. Red heavy does go down, blue
It
heavy's
looks
out.
like Red are winning the post completely. Yeah, they've just kind of fully denied blue Zuba, wrapping around behind them.
Dave is bombing here, looking for
Making
some
them very
damage.
effective.
Dave is on the retreat by blue scout, that's good positioning by both.
Blue's
Smash
playing out
looking for a quick
and
pick,
it's
does
even
get
blue.
Phantasm. Do have Snapper out here, blue should get the point here. Blue's pushing.
Blue can make a pretty good push for this. With red only down their sniper and now their scout. It looks like they're gonna go for it. They just need to be taking space here.
Blue Sniper Smazzer does go down with Rainer the Pyro.
That's quite unfortunate for them. I think that might be the end of their push right there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Ole doing some
We're
damage.
going down to Choco as well.
However, Phantasm backing up Ole could see a pick here.
Moving the reasons here. And so, I think a blue push is very viable, but they'll be waiting for their players, particularly Cobra.
Blue Soldier doing some, trying to make space for their team. However, Smazzer is shooting on concrete where the flank is.
Walking forward, it looks like they're probably trying to take an Uber here. Boo just gets the flash on Cobra in time.
Very good flash by Boo there.
Red Uber comes out as well.
However, Hungry is trying
Cobra
to
down again. It looks like Red probably still win
Dave
this.
does clean up
Just absolutely cleaning them up on the post.
by getting a crossbow kill on the scout here. Boo is on the back cliff, Hungry chasing.
Blue are kind of forced into taking some really aggressive Ubers here, but they're losing the post every time and it's not doing very well for them.
Definitely. Hungry does get Boo,
Blue
unfortunately.
going down again, yeah.
Oh, Cobra 4 health. Successfully retreats. Ole putting pressure on blue team porch there. It's good use of his stickies.
Blue are going to have to make another push soon, otherwise it's just going to go straight to red.
Definitely Brownie, Blue Engie putting a sentry on Japan, shooting down onto the combo.
Want the time down a little bit further, but
Kai's
they're
in,
really going to
does get Boo. Choco Milk does get
Boo
Boo.
going down again.
Kai does have Uber here, Uber out here, looking for a use onto point.
Red will win this completely.
However, Smaz is
Yeah.
looking at Kai. Kai does.
Taking a use on lane and red win it again. We'll have to see if blue can make a better attempt on this third round going into it. Looks like Lay comes up first to mid, as always. But he's taking a little bit of damage as well.
Looks like Red Soldier going behind.
Blue team's still opting to play
Blue
behind
Soldier
that
on the
wall.
demo.
Blue's
Ole-
down so much here already.
Smazzer does get
Losing their demo and sniper means that Red are just going to take this mid for free.
Definitely Smazzer. Omar could push from cliff here, put down, as well as Brownie do some damage on combo.
That goes down to Phantasm.
Kai is pipeable here with 90 health. No demo
The
inside.
loss of Lay is bad for Red, but they still get the point.
Definitely, we have combo here. Cobra and demo
For evens.
pushing
Blue are
with
kind of trying to make a reasonable push with their demo man advantage.
Smazzer looking
It
at
looks like they're going to get the point. But Red are backed out onto Cliff, and it looks like as soon as Lay's up, they're just going to be probably trying to take something in.
Smazzer is on boxes here, looking at bottom cliff for
I
an
take
easy
quite a bit of damage from that demo man there.
misses. Phantasm.
That's just going to hold their push a little bit, tick down the clock a bit more for Blue.
Phantasm
No.
on cliff here. Smazzer does get Phantasm.
It gets Phantasm there.
We have red team trying to push here with the flank.
I was forced into peek in a pretty bad sightline, and it looks like she's just taking it straight up main, and they're probably just going to use in.
Definitely. Choco Milk.
Ubers come out.
Oh, they're trading on point here, both demos.
Who's taking a
Reinage,
pyro over here? If they can keep Cobra alive, it might be quite good for them.
definitely. Oh my, ooh, Heavy does go down here, however,
Lots of the heavy's bad, but they're still kind of holding on to the point.
blue
And they
team
really need to. With Red edging out the cap here.
does get Rainy. Cappy escapes successfully. Brownie with the revenge crits in.
Blue's still playing really kind of
That's nothing.
behind that rock, which is quite a difficult spot. You can see how much spam she's just taking
Definitely.
playing back there, as opposed to playing in product like Kai has been mostly.
Definitely. However, red team is almost capped here, but blue team is still putting pressure on. Boo does go down by Ole.
Blue going down there is really not good.
This is
It's quite
definitely
unfortunate.
most of the team is down
It would be
here.
interesting to see if Blue kind of try and employ some kind of like last ditch attempt, maybe a crits or something. Just to see if they can kind of get this point.
Smazza does get the red scout here. Maybe blue flank could push the flank here, put a force on Kai here, which is behind rock.
So they're going to hopefully be aiming for a force or a drop or something. Maybe a sack post from blue would go really well for them at the moment.
Smazza's
they've edged point a little bit.
Cappy does get Phantasm. Smazza's all...
Cappy getting Phantasm's really good.
Kai
they
uses...
get the gun. Uber comes out.
Blue team on the retreat to grass here. Who on 65% here.
Lay bombing in.
Ole gets the
pan Boo. It's really unfortunate for blue team there. With Kai going down as well though, yeah, that's quite good for blue. And it's looking like it's going to be even. Blue will get the point.
Smazza again on boxes here, looking at bottom cliff.
This is quite an even round, and it looks like blue's really kind of doing what they need to do. They're taking...
Watching Smazza here on boxes. Could he get something?
Smazza's in a really good spot here.
Definitely on boxes.
Pulls off the box.
Does get Kai.
He gets Kai, that's nuclear for blue. That's really, really good.
Definitely Phantasm with
blue
the pick on Smazza.
It'll be interesting to see what red try and kind of do off this, whether or not they go for a sack or something.
Definitely
just try and stand behind rock.
Bakes in, does get shut down by Omar. Omar getting shut down by Rainy.
Omar going down to Rainy.
Happy getting that good frag on Rainy there.
It's really, really good ad for blue here. And red are trying to edge point.
Boo's on 90% here. 50 health.
This is really not looking good for her.
Spy's gonna... Choco Milk looking... Yep,
Choco Milk goes down, but Boo drops to Ole, unfortunately. Just too much going on. I think that's the real danger of playing in that spot. You just eat so much spam. And we've seen this kind of time and time again for Boo. It's really not working out. And I don't know if that's how the team kind of plays or if it's Cobra Demo Man making that happen, but it's really not good.
I think it's just a spam here. Smazza pushing up to Porch here. Could get Ole here.
Blue've got pretty good time on this though, but they don't have any ad.
Cobra putting pressure on here. Wish they should...
Happy goes down to Dave.
Blue team, yep, is edging point here. Ole's in.
They're getting traded straight into by red.
Cobra does go down though, same with the...
Rainer goes down, Boo goes down, that's the whole combo, basically. Yeah.
55 seconds for red team, 37 on blue.
We'll have another Uber come out most likely.
Definitely.
We're able to hold on to it. I think that blue still have a real shot at getting this round here.
Red does get Phantasm and Hungary here. Looking
Every
at
round, kind of blue are getting a lot better time on it, and it seems like they're really working it out. But it's just unfortunate that it hasn't happened.
Getting Ole here, that is very...
That's getting Lay's a great pick. Hungary's down as well. It looks like blue are just going to be able to hopefully get a little...
Eyes on her own in Porch here, 66% here. Back of goal.
Dave. I'm watching Choco Milk here. It looks like he might be going for something.
Phantasm does get
some. Get a combo pick. That would be great for him.
However, Blue Soldier Bread cleaning up Phantasm. Very
Choco
good.
Milk coming from China here. Oh no. He's coming through main right now.
Choco Milk in. Does
Choco
get
Milk in through. There we go.
Very unlucky.
That's the pick that red team needed. Even though they're down 2 combo, it's full ad for them.
Fakes trying to get on point. Kai uses him with Hungry here. Scout over.
Yeah. Hungary's just cleaning up.
He's in. Flare jumps. Does get the engineer. That was a very good flare jump. Snipers SVSing. Smazza does win that SVS.
10 seconds left for red here, and it looks like the one product. Blue are completely wiped.
Cappy does get the heavy pick here. That is very good.
Red have really kind of asserted themselves as a really kind of dominant force within this game. And I think even though, you know, I mean, looking at it, we were both kind of saying that we thought blue would win. But I think just the experience of the red players has really kind of come out, and we've seen that. I think the Ole Merc has, you know, worked really well for them. And the positioning of blue teams just completely played into red's hands on that.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Get the logs up now, just have a look.
Looking at logs here. Ole with the top damage with 12k damage. However, Cobra under with 8,500. Definitely a demo difference here. Ole with 22 kills.
Yeah, it's completely apparent just the kind of absolute control and power that Ole's really asserted over blue team in this game. You can tell, looking at the frags. The flanks are pretty even here, mostly. Looking at the medics, it's quite unfortunate for Boo, just with the amount of times that she was dying due to that kind of positioning.
Definitely, yeah.
Blue team.
With Dave on that bombing just behind Rock did some damage, and Ole just doing more damage. It's just unlucky.
Ole's spam combined with Choco Milk and Dave was really kind of doing it.
Definitely. However, I'm looking at the sniper here, Smazzo and Phantasm. Phantasm is leading by 2 kills. However, Phantasm does have 5 more deaths than Smazzo. I'm just about to look at the SVS.
Phantasm's completely kind of looking at the SVS. Smaz is completely winning it, but
Definitely 8-3 Smazzo winning that.
Phantasm's getting some really good kind of combo picks. Looking at Pyro, Demo, and Heavy, which Smazzo just isn't getting.
Yeah,
And
Phantasm.
I think that's really what's kind of causing issues. Looking at the mid stats, I mean, it's pretty clear, like, Boo was not having a particularly easy game there. And I think you can mostly just attribute that to kind of how positioning was going, really. Like, playing behind Rock there, just eating so much damage and dying a lot more than Kai. But also, I think it's really just, how Red Team were kind of asserting themselves. I think it would be quite tricky for Boo to be able to have an incredible game with the performance of Ole compared to how Blue Team were unfortunately going.
Definitely. I'm interested to see that Red Team and Blue Team. Red Team's damage overall is 46,000. However, Blue Team's is 40,000.
Yeah, well, you can really tell. I mean, we're coming into Steel now, and I think the kind of results of product aren't really going to play into it too much. Like, as we've seen earlier in the week with Forgort versus 9 Yards Highlander, anyone can kind of win Steel, no matter how good they're purported to be or the kind of players that they've got. Because it's all about just team cohesion and strategy and rotation, really.
Yeah, for this game, I'm actually mostly going to focus on the combo here, because it is a combo-heavy map. As we've seen on product here, Ole does, have more damages.
Definitely Ole is a player to watch for Fellowship of the Ping. And in terms of Healthy Harold, I think, again, the player to watch is probably Smazza. I know that Steel's quite a kind of restrictive sniper map, but I think if he can get something done there, get some key picks, that would be really, really good for that team.
Definitely. I am keen to see if both snipers will go Huntsman or Classic, or just stick to the stock sniper rifle.
There's plenty of strats that we could see come out here. I'd be really kind of curious to see. I mean, with Fellowship of the Ping going first, it's going to be interesting to see if they go through a more kind of traditional push, going kind of sweeping through all 5 points, or if they're looking to just kind of get an AE, get it done and over with.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like the teams are roughing right now.
2, 1. Mission begins in 60 seconds.
We'll be watching on Red Team for any crit traps or interesting kind of plays or holds, I think.
However, Smazza on Red Demo. We have a change here. Cobra, Red Sniper, Cobra, and Smazza on Demo here.
I think Cobra is very much a player to watch. It looks like Red aren't busting out any crit traps or anything, but they're just playing kind of a very standard B hold.
Definitely. Definitely shout out the Devarit, POV. Couldn't have done it without him. Nice bombs by him on product here. Hopefully we see him fragging this map.
Yeah, it's a real kind of standard hold and push from both teams, I think.
Cobra does get Phantasm here. Key pick headshot.
Red are playing their flank on A just for the start, just getting a little bit of damage off. But it looks like they're going to rotate out. Unfortunately with Steel, you can't usually get much on A.
Definitely.
Oh, and Bread goes down to Lay, unfortunately. Just not paying attention there by the looks of it.
Just meta stuff here. Brownie putting red teleporter up above on B here. All natural here. Cobra's still getting Phantasm locked into spawn there. Keeping that hallway
Really
nice and
great from
clear.
Cobra.
Here we are, Ole
Edward's
and
coming drop down right now, look to shoot Cobra by the looks of it. But he's out of there, forced out by Reyna.
Cobra's still picking the hallway here. Could get a picket. Phantasm replies with Cobra.
Yeah. So it looks like Blue are just looking to kind of get B here. They're not going for any AE thing, at least not without flank pressure.
Rainy is looking for a buff here to go into uppers here, but however, Omar is keeping it clear. Omar's on 70 health.
Yeah, Omar's really needing some heals there.
Yeah,
He's
drop
forced
down
out,
there.
unfortunately, by the lack of healing. And Rainy's just able to play up there.
However, that
Looks like an Uber's coming out from Blue. Just using straight onto the gun, and the
Red
engineer
Engie does go
goes
down.
Choco Milk. That's a really great coordination
Blue
there.
heavy here, Rainy for the post here, killing the red
Down
telly.
3, including their Scout, Engie, and Heavy.
Rainy with
which
the
is looking
cleanup.
like Blue's just going to completely assert their dominance once
Definitely.
again, as we've seen, onto B. And Red are currently forced back out into Wishbone here, with Cobra seeing if he can get an angle.
Both medics slightly even here. Cobra and Smazza on. Sorry, excuse me, Cobra and Phantasm.
Yeah, really wants to watch on this angle here.
Definitely trying to get Smazza on demo here is headshot.
And
Phantasm.
Cobra goes down to Phantasm. That's really, really great for Blue. They're just going to be able to cap B for free here.
Choco Milk almost gets one of the combo members is shut down.
Rainy's
Rainy
going
does
for a
get
play,
shut.
almost gets Lay, but doesn't work out, unfortunately.
Omar still is
Red
pushing
team
out a
push
Wishbone.
all the way out to C. It'll be interesting to see if they actually try and hold this.
Boo.
If they go for a kind of white room hold.
Both
With
medics
Boo
have
playing on
Uber
the
here.
point. Yeah, it looks
Blue
like
does
Red
find the
is
red
trying
spy.
to-
Survives, goes into spawn.
Hungry cleaned up by Ino.
Ole aggressive here. Is back to. Oh! Cobra almost getting Kai there. Good position by Cobra, but unlucky that he missed that. Red Sentry is destroyed here on E.
Blue are really kind of effortlessly sweeping their way through here, and it looks like they'll probably just... I think they'll be able to take this without much effort.
Definitely.
Okay.
Dave does get the red Engie, so there'll be no Sentry
They've
support.
got
for
so
a
many
couple-
really great picks. Ole's walking up, and a trade's going to come out from Blue.
Red Heavy does go down.
We're seeing the red Uber come out as well,
As
but
a red demo.
red
Oh.
are just destroyed. Smazza gets dropped. And it looks like Boo and Reyna are just having to get out through Death Corridor.
Cobra on E spawn here, looking to pick up that Engie and
Nice
start
chasing, but
a
he doesn't
Wishbone.
get anything with it. And Blue are just going for C.
Witnessing an SVS. Cobra in spawn. Phantasm in Wishbone. Phantasm looks to be backed out here. Yep, comes in with the buff. Devaroot with the conch. Gets killed by Cobra.
That's really great from Cobra there. But we'll have a look at the flanks at the moment.
Definitely. Looking to push on E here.
I'm watching Bread here.
Phantasm with good aim here. Good shots by him. Red does get the frag on Hungary.
That's really great.
Cappy is found. No spy for a couple seconds. Heavy's and Rainy's
Blue
going
just in
lowest.
White Room here. They've got 3 minutes at the moment. It's looking really, really great from them. They might be able to take an early trade here.
Who's still in
that
spawn?
Looks like they are. But they're just...
Uh,
they're losing all their Uber.
Definitely. Red team
Red team are building it up.
definitely
And it looks
needs.
like Red are going to have full ad, which they really, really do need.
Red team is going to get spawners here. Hopefully they come out from two different. They use Boo used on
Two
E here.
users. Cobra
Red
goes down.
demo does fall to the pit.
And unfortunately, Boo's just straight back into spawn there. They're just
Definitely
completely
unlucky.
getting locked out by Blue.
We have a steel pit incident. Smazza unlucky.
Fakes has got a level 2 set up, kind of watching the point. And I think Blue are going to take this. I think you're going to need to see
Definitely.
some really amazing stuff from Red coming out.
Last
Right,
push.
nothing happened.
Last tiny push from Red here. Could
I
maybe
think
see a
Blue have got
difference.
it easily.
Boo
No.
coming out gets stabbed by
Blue
Choco.
comes out, stabbed straight by Choco. 4 minutes. Yeah.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
So
So Looking at the new blue, Healthy Herald here, they're going to need something really good to come out if they want to win this game. I think they'll probably be looking to push A to E, just try and kind of get some time on it and completely roll.
Yeah, we're just
Uh,
having some technical
having a few
difficulties.
technical difficulties, and so we'll have some more video for you soon, hopefully.
It's only setup time. We have 25 seconds here. It'll be fine. Red crit traps on B hallway here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they get anything. I've seen a lot of medics go down to it. You know, you saw Tal the other night
Definitely Hungry.
in that cast.
Oh, sorry. I thought he was hiding on that A entrance there. Getting a quick kill.
It looks like Red are going to be doing the same thing as Blue, where they're kind of setting up their flank reasonably passively just on A, just to get a little bit of damage, maybe a cheeky frag.
Most of the team is pushing A here, which is good, but Hungry is going into spawn. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably Red flank probably aren't going to get anything out of this, unfortunately. Just a little bit of damage, which Blue are going to have to heal.
Definitely. We'll have video up in a short second here. It's nothing major. It's just the meta, you know, team pushes A. A is captured. Rainy on the uppers here in office. Teleporters there.
By the looks of it, Blue team are sticking around here at the moment. So I think an A to E is probably inevitable for them.
Definitely. Most of the team is pushing White Room here.
They're all going in for White Room.
Cobra watching that spawn door just in case.
Ole's traps probably aren't going to be doing much at the moment.
Who has Uber here? Looking to push into Wishbone.
Looking to push
on
into
the team. Uses.
And they're using straight on.
Rainer does fall to the
straight
pit.
into the pit by Bloomy. That's a real danger of using that Uber. We'll see if Choco Milk can get anything in the post, and he does. He gets Omar. Boo and Smaz are playing here. Smaz are obviously potentially needing to show caution.
Smaz are just pressuring White Room.
Does get Phantasm. Looks like we've got some vision back. Unfortunately, couldn't see the Rainer getting pitted.
Ooh, Blue demo does.
This is really not good for Blue at the moment. Boo's out on no health, and she'll be in White Room with Omar at the moment.
Yep. Boo full health here. Got the health back there.
Omar should watch out for White Room currently, with Rainer as well joining them now. But they really do kind of want to watch out for any spam or anything. Boo does take a bit of damage from Phantasm Sniper, but it's not.
Does Uber have a sandwich here? Who is regenning with 75 health here?
Who's regenning? I mean, there's a large health pack down there. And at slight guess, Blue are going to be looking to push B, but they will end up getting it.
Bakes putting a nest into. Does get destroyed by Bread on the direct hit here.
Going straight for Bakes here, but doesn't get anything with it.
Only some buildings destroyed here. So, Phantasm locked in with Blue demo. Spawn door is trapped off. Can't go that way.
With Blue playing in Wishbone.
Hungary does fall into the.
We're seeing a lot of people getting pitted tonight, aren't we?
Definitely. Boo Uber here.
Blue have really realised that they are just going to have to probably go straight for A.
Could look for a Phantasm Sniper here. Boo in the open.
This is a really unfortunate spot for Boo to be forced into playing in, but she's into White Room now. Walking with Smazzer and the rest of the combo, as well as their engineer. Looking to push through D side.
Soldier does fall into the pit. Bread, unlucky.
They can really kind of assert a position on Heaven here. I think this could be great for Blue team.
Definitely, if Blue Engine sets up
limited time on this, in 2 minutes.
Definitely. Blue demo looking to push here. Rainer does.
Rainer's straight into the pit again. Quite a few tonight. Oh my god.
Just defending that push. Smazzer falls to the pit again.
I've lost so many combo plays to the pit. This is really not looking Blue at all.
Boo with Uber in heaven. Boo, Phantasm does see. Looking for that pick on Boo.
Really cautiously here, and this is a really bad spot to be in, especially with incredibly limited pressure for Blue team on E.
Olay in White Room.
They've put a gun up in White Room, and it looks like they're trying to kind of hold both White Room and Wishbone separately.
Traded heavies there. Ooh, but Blue Scout flanks Phantasm there. Cobra traded again.
Just looking completely doomed at the moment, playing completely far from her team, just getting pistoled by Choco Milk straight into White Room, where she's about to walk into a gun. This is a really bad spot to be playing in.
Really good play by Ole.
The Uber Force comes out from Boo, but she's not going to get anything with it, and she doesn't have any players anywhere near her. I
Definitely.
think Blue's probably going down. A killbind probably would have worked
Blue
better there.
does get an air reflect kill on here.
It is
Dave
quite
does get some
tricky.
blue demo.
And with
However,
the time being what it is, it looks like Red are just going to win it.
Red NG does go
40
down.
seconds to go.
35 seconds, yeah.
Blue just can't win it.
Phantasm in Heaven looking at D.
It's quite
Reyna's
unfortunate
trying
for
on
them.
E. Dave does conch it.
Yeah,
Phantasm
it's-
shuts down Reyna.
We're seeing a lot of kind of last-ditch attempts, but unfortunately they just can't get anything with the way that the time was.
Definitely 20
Just got
seconds
pushed
left.
way too quickly.
Phantasm just on
you
that
know,
Heaven,
ending.
picking off combo players. Who does go down here?
It's a really kind of fortuitous win for Fellowship of the Ping tonight. It puts them very clearly in the competition to kind of play to
I believe the
compete to
game.
getting into finals.
Definitely.
It's going to be really great. You're looking at them and a kind of couple other teams surrounding them, which are kind of competing to play into get into finals, ideally for them. So this is a really great win for them to have under their belt.
Definitely. Now I'm
So
looking
we'll
at
see if we can have a look at the logs.
definitely. I'm looking at logs right now. With damage here, Dave coming up on top with 5,100. However, Ole with a close second with 5,000.
The Smazza swap to demo seems to have been quite good for blue team here. He's going pretty even with Lay in the logs.
Definitely.
Looking at the damage, Lay's slightly higher, but it's not. It's 20. It's not a big disparity or anything.
I mean, with those close quarters in White Room and Wishbone here, Dave, both soldiers did some damage on players.
What is quite unfortunate for Healthy Harold is just Cobra's performance on Sniper tonight. Looking at that compared to Phantasm, Phantasm's really kind of got him by the nuts on this whole thing. That's really kind of unfortunate for blue team. The current blue team, Healthy Harold.
Definitely. Now, it's not really... It's obviously steel here, so frags are a bit scarce here, but top frags are tied, actually, by Dave and Phantasm here, both on 13 kills.
And Rainy in a kind of close third place on Heavy, which is really kind of interesting to look at,
Definitely.
Ole only on 9. Interesting to see that the kind of, the red combo is a lot more than just its demo. It's got, it's backed up very kind of clearly by a really strong Heavy from Rainy. And so we've got some interviews coming up, but first we'll just have a look at the med stats. So Boo's outperforming Kai here in the heals, and also with 0 drops, which is a really good kind of improvement for for Healthy Harold in terms of their performance on product. And so I think you can kind of look at that game, and you can look at it in terms of positioning and stuff. I think it's really good for Blue that they were able to get their Ubers off, but unfortunately it's just it's not going to be enough for them.
You got to take it into account that Steel is not really an open map such as product here, so soldiers could bomb in. Steel is mostly, close quarters
The Uber
combat.
trades are clearly a little less valuable, especially on that last point there, where you're not really kind of focused on taking a really good trade as much, I'd say.
I think interviews are in order.
Pretty ready for some interviews now, so we'll...
Okay. We have Bakes from Fellowship of the Ping here, and Cappy representing the Healthy Heralds here.
Hello.
Evening,
guys.
gentlemen.
Hello. Morning.
Hello.
Hello.
So, hello, Cappy. I'm going to go with both sides here, but Bakes, overall, with the 2 maps, what did you find that worked really well, and what things are you not doing again? Strengths and weaknesses here.
So I think we played really well together as a team. We definitely kind of focused up a lot more in our scrims on making sure that our pushes right at the end of the cuff where the time's running out was a little bit earlier and a little bit more controlled rather than chaotic, and it definitely paid off in that last round.
Yeah, you could really kind of tell, looking at the way that your combo was playing, they're playing very closely together, and obviously that was really kind of benefiting Kai, I think, looking
Yeah,
how kind of games worked out for her,
yeah, we definitely focused up on like tightening together, and
protecting your medic especially. Yeah,
yeah, and yeah, that was probably the majority of things that we learnt this week.
Yeah, definitely some good strengths and weaknesses there. What about you, Cappy? What do you feel like your strengths and weaknesses are or were for both maps there?
Yeah, I mean, like as a team, I think or rather like individually as like individual players, I think we have some like very good players on our team. It's just that like in like a team setting, especially in Highlander, when we have a bunch of sixes players and people who prioritize sixes over Highlander, like really often, you know, it's really hard to like coordinate. People don't know how to call. People don't know how to play around, you know,
yeah,
picks and areas and control and stuff. And that's probably like where we struggled the most. This week and this season, I guess as a whole, it's been a bit of a struggle. Hopefully, you know, that gets better as time goes on. But really, you know, I mean, it's always a good time just to play with everyone. So you know, it's been good. It's been fun.
Yeah, definitely. Could you see, more scrims in the future for your team? Any more like improvements?
I mean, probably not more than we have now. Maybe, you know, like as we go towards the end of the season, maybe like if there's chances of playoffs, but you know, like I think, you know, morals are pretty low and people are just here to like play officials and stuff. I
Yeah,
I doubt
yeah,
that will be, you know,
the top priority.
strategizing and demo
Yeah, yeah.
reviewing and scrimming and stuff. Though, you know, I'd really love to. And I know
yeah.
some people on our team really would love to, but I don't think,
Do you
you
think
know,
that
well,
tonight's
hopefully.
performance will kind of affect how you look to kind of play your games in the future? In particular, looking at like,
Me personally as a player, or
oh, kind of generally, but also applying to you as a player.
um, for me, like today it was a bit of a weird game just because you know it's been a bit stormy, but you know a bit rainy in Queensland recently, and my ping was like going hectic. It was like going like 80 to like 150, and just like fluctuating around there. Honestly, I'm fairly okay with how I played. Like Steel was a bit difficult, but on product, I think you know it's always a fun map to play on Spy, and I
Yeah,
think I
of
played all
course.
right. Um, you know, other than that, I guess yeah, I hope to like you know coordinate a bit more with soldiers and team members and stuff.
Yeah,
It'd be a good
definitely
thing to do.
definitely on product. You this goes for everyone, not even just your team. Like even like coordinating effectively or communicating effectively is important for a good team.
Yeah, I think like product, you know, despite it being known as like you know DM map and stuff, I think like the way that Bakes' team played today like really showed that like you know you
Definitely.
band together, you get a strong main caller, you get strong players on your team who know what they're doing and know the game mode, and you can do anything. And
Yeah,
I think you know you can really see the effort of like scrimming, you know, so often and theory crafting and demo reviewing, and just the amount of effort that's gone into like making this team happen. I think you can really see that in their performance tonight.
Definitely, definitely. Um, yeah. Well, just one little one more question from me, and I'll pass it over to Wasteman. On Steel, there was a couple people falling into the pit there.
All right. Yeah. A lot of things happening. You know, with Smazza falling down and Boo really, you know, struggling to strafe around there.
yeah.
So she was like, "Oh, I can't make the jump."
Do you feel better about yourself, Wasteman?
A little bit.
This
Um,
this question's just a
yeah,
ploy to make Wasteman feel
would
better about himself. I
would
know.
you attribute that to the, like, communications of your team? Just the kind of
Um,
the issues that were being had surrounding there was one moment in particular, where Boo kind of got quite stranded below heaven for quite a while.
yeah, I do remember that just because I think Smazza jumped down to try to Uber into them and forgot that Boo couldn't make the jump.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I guess that was there as well. It was also like kind of in the moment, you know, like people going, you know, oh, we go into them here. This is a
Yeah.
really good fight
Yeah,
for us to take.
do
And
you
then,
think that, like, time pressure had much of an effect on that with the 2 minutes to go,
um,
obviously, you know?
I wouldn't really say much. Like, I think it was more like, you know, we have like 5 members of our combo like on heaven and like everyone else is dead, right? Like that's kind of, It's like, oh, you have to fight this. You have to take the fight to them, or else you're gonna get wiped. You have to take a good Uber. I think that had something to do with it as well. Obviously, random people falling into the pit. I guess it happens. Tensions were high. It's an official.
Yeah, of course. Stuff's always bound to go wrong.
Yeah, and after product as well. I think maybe there was a bit of a mental side to that as well. I'm not too sure unless I ask the players themselves. And obviously, yeah, I'm a bit isolated from the combo as well playing Spy, so it's a little.
Definitely, yeah. Getting 3-0 does have a certain tone to it for the losing team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. For the first round, it was definitely a bit harsh, but I think round 2, round 3, it's despite it being like
You
a
were
very
kind of
clean
clawing it
3-0,
back quite a
I
bit.
think
You could tell. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
I feel like I've been talking a lot.
No,
Sorry.
it's fine. We're asking you the questions here.
Yeah,
It's
that's
fine.
cool. I don't have to say anything dumb.
Bakes, yourself here. What about both maps here? Same questions apply. What work? Already asked this question. So what could be improved here? With the bombings such as that.
What could be improved? I think, well, before our scrim, we were like really worried because like we weren't denying bombs very well, but I think we ended up pulling that back to an extent, but I think we worked really well on shutting out the sniper as well. That was another issue that we had in the scrim beforehand.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think the way that we played was kind of like exactly how I like wanted it to be, and that was like really attributed to our like awesome teammates and our wonderful merc Lay.
I know that you guys were, you guys scrimmed beforehand, obviously. And do you think that kind of had an effect on how you were looking to play the maps? Like, was there anything that you were doing in the scrim that you changed before the official? Did that have much of an impact?
Yeah, it was mostly just like reference back to the last question, how we were dealing with soldier bombs and locking out sniper. In particular, but yeah, usually we just play before just to get like warmed up, and like if you get the win, you're all in a good mood and stuff.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you could kind of tell looking like going straight into product. You guys were really kind of rolling off of that momentum.
We definitely we're on a bit of a high note.
And I think that was taking Healthy Harold a little while to catch up with.
Oh, absolutely. But they played well, and we were definitely worried that we were going to lose because they're like definitely a group of strong individuals. So
Do we want to take it to some shout outs now?
Yeah, I can go first.
Yeah.
Bakes
and Cappy.
Yeah, so I want to shout out Lay for working for us. He absolutely beasted today. I want to shout out Taris and Bird for doing a before the match like map review. That was really helpful in us doing so well in Steel. And shout out Bakes Pugs.
All right, and we'll take it to Cappy. Do you have anything you want to say?
Yeah, just shout out to like Healthy Harold and everyone on that. Love playing with you guys. Love, even if it's not TF2, still love like just hanging out and stuff. Shout out to Bex's team. Obviously I used to play on Bex's team, so good friends with like a lot of the members there as well. Shout out to Bearcasts. Just casting games that probably never would have like, seen the light of day had this not happened. It's really cool. Yeah.
Definitely. We do have a shout out from the community here from Cobra. It is Gus's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to Gus from Bearcast. Obviously we didn't see him tonight. I think he was out at a restaurant for dinner or something from memory. But yeah, hope he's enjoying that.
Hope those burgers are good.
Do you have any shout outs, Freaky?
I'd like to actually acknowledge you. You're doing pretty good, yeah. I mean, yeah, co-casting. I'd like to shout out everyone. Custard Production, JP, Dibley, Boo, everyone that makes this a possibility here.
Yeah, no. I think for me, there's a lot of people I would like to shout out, and I feel like I'm not going to do all of them because they'll get mad at me. But I'll just do a select few. So I'd first of all really like to shout out Tokos because he's amazing and really, really good, and I love him. I would like to shout out, obviously, all the kind of amazing people behind the scenes at Bearcast. Obviously, we've had Custard on production tonight. He's really fantastic. Debbie, JP, Boo on the art, really, really bloody good art. Just all sorts of people that have kind of made this whole thing happen. And then in my personal life, shout out my dad and shout out Crystal Girl.
Jesus.
And that's probably it, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, DBX too. DBX is alright.
Yeah, I'd like to shout out all the people doing a watch party on this.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely give us a follow. We'll be casting. I won't be, but Cuz will be production. Other casters will be casting other games. So yeah, do drop us a
we're
follow.
looking to kind of get more casts going. Hopefully one a week or something. We'll see. I mean, I think it depends on what the games are. Obviously, this week this was quite an interesting game to be casting, and hopefully there'll be more in the future. In particular, these kind of mid-main games or high-main games or low-prem games that wouldn't normally kind of get casted on other casting organizations. So it's really, really great to see Bearcast kind of doing this.
Okay,
and I think with that, we'll probably sign it off. I've been Wasteman.
I've been Freaky.
And we've had Custard behind the scenes.
Woo!